Hello everyone, Paul Akers, and welcome back to the American Innovator. We continue our epic journey all throughout Europe. Day 13. We leave Munich and we head north to Hamburg, one of the biggest ports in all of Europe. Now, Hamburg is a very special place because it has an amazing collection of World War I and World War II and current day tanks. And this is a tank museum with literally hundreds of tanks. It's really incredible. And right off the bat, it's, in my opinion, the most interesting tank in the entire collection, a World War I tank built by the Germans to combat the British tanks, which were so effective in trench warfare. So as you go through this entire museum, you can see all the different generations of tanks, starting back from early World War I all the way through to the present day. And the cool thing was I actually took the drone in here and I kind of flew the drone through, so you really got to get a perspective of what they're all about. Check out this Tiger tank. Is this thing bad? Wow. Now, one of my favorite things about this museum were the cutaway tanks. They actually cut them away through the armor plating, put plexiglass in there, and you could see right inside. You get a feel for what it would be like to be inside of one of these things. I always thought to myself, man, could you imagine how noisy this is when these guns go off? I can't even imagine how people operate inside these things. They just get more and more high-tech as you go along. We saw some of the T-34 tanks, the Russian tanks, then T-55s, and then right up through all the different generation of Russian as well as German tanks. Fascinating. Look at this one. You got to go right inside of it. Got the drone inside of it. You can kind of feel what the cockpit's like. There's 6 munitions in there for firing. Just an amazing museum. So comprehensive. Everything was so well taken care of. It was really fantastic. And all the different armored personnel carriers and trucks. They had every vintage kind of vehicle you could imagine, but they specialized in tanks, and it was over the top. Now, Hamburg's also a special place because this is where they do a lot of training for their military, as well as they also make tanks in this vicinity, in this area. And one of my friends, Moritz, actually makes the munitions for the German and U.S. military for the tanks. So it was very cool. He was actually just at this museum not that long ago. And incredibly enough, Moritz's company actually makes some of the munitions that go in these tanks. And you can see them right here. They have these special warheads on the tip of them that are kinetic energy. They're made out of a titanium, and they have so much energy and force, they don't even explode when they go into the tank. They just pierce the armor, and then the energy and momentum creates the explosion. Pretty incredible stuff. And this museum, wow, comprehensive. After this, we're going to go into an area where this is actually Rommel's death mask they made of him and his uniform, and then the uniforms of all different military personnel, particularly German, through the last 100 years. So it's very fascinating. And then after we finished the uniform area, we went into the firearm area, and we saw the firearms from the very beginning all the way through, including some of the munitions that go into the tanks. We had a great time. David did a great job helping me fly the drone, and we got some outside shots as well. As we finish up another great day on our Beyond Band of Brothers tour up to Hamburg as we transition from Munich up north.